Hello everybody, welcome back, Sport Federation TV, and of course we're talking again about what's happening in the world of sport, and now we're shifting our attention to lifesaving. For those of you that are not aware, Western Cape Lifesaving has been dominating at our interprovincials, at our nationals, and we've got lifesavers in the Western Cape that are going to international events and participating and performing at their absolute best. We are thrilled to have in studio with us Noar Lombar. Noar is a Western Cape Lifesaving champion, South African champion, international champion, and we're going to find out all about that in a second. In studio with me, Noar Lombar. Noar, nice to have you in studio with us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Did I say that right, Noar?
It's actually Noar.
Noar.
Noar, yeah.
Noar. Okay, Noar. So you can keep guiding me today because I've got a lot of questions. I've got a lot to learn here. We're starting at the beginning. You're life-saving at Clifton. That's your sport. That's what you do.
Yes, that's what I do, yeah. Started from, I think, about like the age of 8 already.
Really? So
yeah,
you've been life-saving now for... How old are you now? Like, well, you don't have to tell us how old you are, but you've been life-saving for a long time.
I'm 19 years old, so it's been 11 years, yeah.
Yeah, 11 years. So what does that mean from a life-saving point of view? Like, how often are you know, most people, they go to the beach, they see the lifesavers there in their Speedos, and they're busy rescuing people. For you as a competitive lifesaver, though, it's a different world.
Yeah, well, it's actually quite the same. I mean, I do my voluntary duty as well, and there are a few incidents, you know, we have, especially in Clifton, it gets very busy during the summer season.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But as a competitor, you're doing more than a lifesaver who's just volunteering a duty.
Yes. So yeah, the sport and the voluntary duty, they both cross over.
Yeah.
I mean, the sport is based off to, you know, it's a very unique sport in the way that, you know, you train to be faster and to rescue someone faster.
Yeah, right. So, well, that's interesting to know. So your actual athletic capability is what's going to help you save lives.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for you, though, as an athlete? I mean, when we talk to athletes, whether they're playing rugby or tennis or football, there's a training regime for you guys. I mean, you're competing, and we're going to talk about that in a sec, but you're competing at the highest level, the highest international level. This takes a serious amount of training. How many days a week do you train? How many hours do you put in?
Yeah, so usually when I'm getting close to that peak, it would be about six days a week.
Yeah.
And it would be training about 3 to sometimes even 4 times a day, and putting in about 4 to 5 hours. So it's some proper training.
So you must really be. How do you find the time?
So actually, don't have much going on other than, you know, life saving. I've made it my profession. Yeah. And yeah, but otherwise there's that time in the morning, you know, the 5 a.m. sessions and and the afternoon sessions as well. Is
this what makes the difference between the average competitor and those that are competing with a champion mindset? It's putting in those hours and time.
Yeah, I think especially the morning sessions, you know, I like to be up before everyone else, know that I'm putting in the work, you know, when my competitors are most probably sleeping. And yeah, if I can get in more hours than them, I reckon I can do better than them. So that's the mindset behind it.
You're sounding a little bit like Michael Phelps, which is the winner's mindset. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the competitions. I mean, you guys recently had the surf lifesaving champs in Port Elizabeth.
Yeah, that would be our interprovincial champs.
Yeah.
We had that went really well.
Yeah.
It was only my second week of training building up to world champs.
Yes.
So I wasn't at my fittest, but I was very happy with my results there.
So what does that mean now, world champs? Last week we had Christina Malion in studio, and she was telling us that you guys got the world champs in Australia this year.
Oh yeah, and that's a really big one. I mean, Australia is the home of lifesaving. You know, we call it. All the clubs there, they have their Aussies champs, and they get about 6,000 lifeguards coming up to that. So it's going to be the biggest world champs by far. You know.
So what is that
we've had in a while?
What does that mean for you from a preparation point of view? Do you know which events you're taking part in? Do you know who you're going to be up against?
Yeah, so I know more or less which events. Or well, let me just put it like this: I'm competing in the national team first, and then afterwards I'm competing in the clubs. Right. So I'd know what I'm doing for clubs and for worlds as well, or for the national team as well. I'm doing the Ironman and surf ski and board, And then the swim, it depends on the conditions, because we have a very solid team, very solid senior men's team going up. So it's, it depends on how they do.
You're a former Ironman, well, you were the Ironman champion last year. This is a serious event. For the folks who don't know what an Ironman is, maybe give us a picture.
Yeah, so it's all the life-saving disciplines put together. You have your surf swim, you have your ski and your board. And there's a run transition in between each of the legs, and it's really the most like grueling event. You know, you got it's the endurance part, and it goes on for about 15 minutes, and your heart rate is probably just about 190 throughout the whole time. So
190 beats a minute.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's pretty intense. So this is the type of things that the legendary Oscar Chalupsky used to do, where he flew the flag.
Yeah, I mean, actually, last year, one of my goals was based off Oscar Chalupsky. He was the first person and the youngest person to win a junior and senior Ironman title, and that was my goal last year, which, I made it. So
yeah, he was a legend. Put Ironman in South Africa on the map for many years.
Yes.
What does it mean for you also? Because we know that performing at this sort of level, competing at this level that you're competing at, is a kind of a lonely game. Most people don't know the struggle that goes in behind it. They're not waking up with you in the morning. They don't know your injuries. They don't know your discipline and all that. And it helps so much to have a supportive team around you. You mentioned it now. You're competing first for South Africa.
Yes, yeah. So it is a very lonely game. I mean, a lot of the other national competitors, they're not in the Western Cape. They're in Durban and from other sides, of the country. And you really have to put as much, active or recovery that you can in your training program, because recovery, it's just as important as your training.
From the other big thing for you guys is around sponsorship, is making sure. We saw that this year you had Velocity Capital, I think, behind Western Cape Lifesaving. Or Velocity Trading.
Velocity
Trading, man. But also PK, another structure supporting Western Cape Lifesaving. You guys had in the back of the kit. We saw. How important is sponsorship for you guys?
Oh, I mean, sponsorship's huge. I mean, most of the guys, they don't carry on with the sport because there's not enough sponsors involved, or there's not enough money involved, and it does become quite tough, after a while. And Velocity Trade coming in as a sponsor is, it's helped me so much.
Yeah.
I mean, they sponsored me to go to Australia for 3 months last year.
Wow.
And I was actually at a point where I was about to, I was done with the sport. But, Velocity Trade, they offered their help, and, I said, I'll do it, because it is my passion. And
So it sounds to me that in your life-saving career, it sounds to me like the stars are sort of aligning for you. You're winning the championships. You've got a good support team around you. Clifton Lifesaving is doing well behind you. You've got the provincial federation, Western Cape Lifesaving, sponsorship and so on. Are you going to sleep at night with that positive energy, with that feeling of, this is working for me, I can see my road forward?
Yeah, no, of course. Definitely going to sleep with that positive energy, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, I think just without all those people, it would just be so much harder.
Do you have, with all this training, do you have any social time? Do you have time for you guys to get together, maybe at the clubhouse to braai or get together?
Yeah, no, look, I mean, I'm always keen for a braai. Yeah, but I don't have that much of a social life, I must say, especially when I'm coming really close to the end of my training.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I do enjoy my diving a lot, my free diving.
Yeah.
And I find some time during the day to do that.
Do you taper off when it comes to training, or do you push it to the last day?
No, I will taper off. Depending on how long my training is. Let's say if it's 4 months, then I'd have a good 10 days of taper, just working on sharp stuff. The thing about our sport is it's a lot of technical work. So you got to make sure that your starts are, you got to keep those up, your transitions.
So for you, the next thing on the calendar for you now, what is your immediate focus?
So my immediate focus now is I got just over 100 days. I have the World Champs on the national side, and my big event is the Ironman there.
Yeah.
I'm actually racing it on my birthday, funny enough.
Right.
Yeah, and that's my main goal. And then after that, I'll get back into training for Coolangatta Gold, which is a 43-kilometer Ironman.
That's also in Australia?
That's also in Australia.
Wow, 43 kilometers of skiing, swimming and running.
And board, yeah.
And board.
Yeah.
Did I get it right? Are those three? Or
yeah,
no.
So you start with like a 24-kilometer surf ski leg.
Yeah.
And then it's a 1K beach run.
Yeah.
And then after that you got 3.5K swim. Yeah. And then, yeah.
Noar, I hope I said that right. Noar, fantastic what you're doing and the performance that you're putting in. I think everybody in Western Cape can be super proud of what you and Clifton Lifesaving and Western Cape Lifesaving is doing, not just for us flying the flag for South Africa, but also how you guys look after us in the public space. So good luck for the events coming up. We can't wait to follow your progress. Big thanks again to your other guys, Velocity Trade, for supporting you guys, and yeah, good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, there we go, folks. Noar Lombar. I got a bit of work to do on that. Flying the flag for South Africa, flying a flag for Western Cape Lifesaving. Keep a track of this young man. He's definitely someone to be watching out for. And if you are interested in getting involved in the world of lifesaving and following in the footsteps of Noar, then reach out to Western Cape Lifesaving and go and join a club near you. You'll be able to compete on a competitive level, but also get involved in a social environment that helps those of us in the public space. That's a wrap from us tonight. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic sporting weekend. Bye-bye.